Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to Dark Nights. Last time we got the normal end for Shinoru. I hated that. And next we're gonna hang out with an odd guy in the forest. What do I think about him? Or why did I think about him? Oh, can I read? No. Yes! Imagine him standing before me. His crimson hair is remarkable. Oh, it sure is. I should keep an eye on him. And I will. His appearance has started with the tourists in the forest, after all. Guess if I was a tourist, so he must know something about them. He also said the cave in the waterfall was dangerous. It couldn't be a mere coincidence. I'm thinking of paying him a visit. I'm sure I'll find some clues. I got my jacket and head to the forest. Chapter 1. Visits. It's not difficult to find my way. The field trip is still fresh in my memory. Last time I saw the crimson-haired man, he was in a cave. I might have a chance to meet him again if I head over there. Follow the path to the point where it splits in two. The OG told me that one leads to the waterfall and the other goes further into the forest. Which path do we take? Oh, fuck! Oh no, that was like a month ago! Hold on. How long ago was it? November. It was several weeks ago. My memory's not good enough for that. Save. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Zykoon? Okay. Let's go left. Let's go! I remember that we took the left path to the waterfall. I searched the lake's edge, but there was no sign of the crimson-haired man. Even the rocks that made the path toward the cave are gone. I see the cave, but how can I get there now? The rocky face of the waterfall gives me an idea. The cave itself is not far from the side of the lake. I can climb! I carefully balance my foot on the rock, and step up to steady myself on the crack in the stone. I've always done well during PE. Now all that rope climbing is finally paying off. Climbing across is easy, until I almost reach the cave. My arms start to strain and I almost lose my grip. They say for climbing rocks that you should use your legs more than your arms, which I have not been doing. I might have overestimated myself. As I lean over to stretch for another handhold, the rock under my foot suddenly crumbles. Huh? My heart skips a beat as my fingers lose their grip, my body lurching downward. Before I know it, I'm falling into the lake. Cold water jabs on my skin like icy needles. I try to swim to the surface, but my numb arms and legs are no match for the current. It pushes me deeper into the lake. This is not good. I'm gonna drown. Fuck. I barely see a thing. My lungs burn as everything goes black. My consciousness returns. There's still the ground under me. Rather than the sensation of floating, I slowly open my eyes. Judging from the rocky ceiling, I'm in a cave. I sit up abruptly, surprised by my surroundings. How did I get here? I look around, my chest starts to ache. I start coughing. I remember falling into the lake and almost drowning. They must have saved me and carried me here. The mossy walls of this place are not like the dripping darkness of the cave behind the waterfall. Speaking of dripping, I noticed that my clothes are totally soaked. A total mess. It's gonna take a while to dry off. You're finally awake. I know that voice. It's the crimson-haired guy from yesterday. Oh wait, yesterday. Oh fuck. Maybe I should have gone in order. As I turn my head to look, he places his hand on my shoulder. Are you okay? I am now. I stare at him in confusion, but nod. Why are you so stubborn? I told you not to come back. You haven't explained. My sentence is cut off midway and I start coughing again. Lucky I was nearby, otherwise you would be a corpse at the bottom of the lake right now. Well, thank you. Take your clothes off. No. Excuse me? There's no way he just told me to undress. I must have misheard it. The man unwraps the sash from around his waist and takes his howdy off. Is that how you say it? I know there's a specific way to say it. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I'm sorry. He throws the ladder at me, and when he speaks again, his voice is a dull monotone. Or this in the meantime. If you're close to dry or you'll catch a cold, I'll be outside. He is stoic yet considerate. I don't know what to think of him. But for now I'll just accept his apparent kindness. I hold up his howdy, my eyes fixed on him as he walks away. Such a weird guy, but I think I can trust him. He did save my life from drowning. I went till he was out of sight before changing on my clothes. I slip on his warm howdy and notice a set of flowers. Though it smells pleasant, the piece of clothing is too big for me, and also feels breezy. I step outside and spot the crimson-haired man sitting near a tree. I love his hair. I would love to be able to rock it. Will I be able to? No, my hair is wavy, so it's gonna look like a disaster, but it looks so cool. He seems to be napping peacefully, almost as though he had forgotten the trouble I caused from falling into the lake. I have my wet clothes on some tree branches to dry, then find a comfortable spot near the man to sit. I haven't thanked you for saving me. By the way, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Games. Call me Zycoon if you must. We weren't supposed to meet for a second time. Zycoon opens his eyes and stares at me suspiciously. His deep purple eyes are beautiful and somehow intimidating. I've never seen anyone with such an eye color. Why did you come back here? I was looking for something. You're stupider than you look. There's nothing to concern yourself with in this forest. Even if you lost something, there's no way you'd ever find it again. Hey, I'm not stupid and I wasn't even talking. Zycoon closes his eyes, letting out a deep sigh. Well, stupid. You should talk less and concern yourself more with getting home. I remain speechless. He makes so many assumptions about me and never lets me finish talking. What's wrong with this guy? I've never met anyone this rude. Literally, pot calling the kettle. He doesn't even know me. I sigh. I'll get straight to the point. I have my doubts about those rumors. In fact, there's a whole group of tourists went missing in the forest. Do you know anything about what happened? No! Sorry, Chain. I think I found a new person. The demon does exist. For real. Yes, the forest is a dangerous place. Listen to the rumors and leave already. Never mind, Chain, you're back. This guy's kinda You can't tell what to do. Besides, the forest is a public space. And not a public space. Then, what are you doing here? What are you doing in a dangerous place like this? You're annoying me. Zycoon takes a deep breath as he stands up. I don't think this is going anywhere. Your clothes should be dry now. Even with this sunny weather, my clothes aren't dry that fast. Zycoon takes my clothes off the tree branches and hands them over to me. Go home, don't bother me anymore. But Zycoon glows at me before turning away and walking off. I'm so frustrated that I failed to realize I was still wearing his howdy until he is already gone. Forgetful guy. I'll return to this to him later. The next day, I absentmindedly glared gazed at the cloudy sky. The forecast said the weather would be really bad today. It looks like heavy rain is coming. I forgot my umbrella. I had to hurry home to beat the rain. I don't want to get my socks wet again. Hey, it's lunchtime. Are you daydreaming again? Yeah. Share it with me. It's not worth mentioning. Boo. I wish I could remember my dreams as vividly as you do. I don't think you'd want to remember your nightmares. Even if they're scary. I'd still like to know. I laugh at Ikuya. Wait, let me grab my bento. By the way, did you know a massive storm is headed for our village? We haven't had one in ages. It can't be that bad. How will I get home without getting blown away? Don't worry, you should be fine. The peak is late at night. Just be sure not to go out then. Ryoji, have you heard anything from your dad about the missing forest tourists? They sent out some search parties, but no results so far. They paused the investigation until the storm passes. It's random. Or is there any chance of people living in the forest? Living in such a place? No one is allowed to do that. I'm still curious about the demon. I was just wondering. If you ever consider exploring again, count me in. You are so troublesome. We need someone to keep an eye on us. Why don't you come along, Ikuya? Not a babysitter. I'm just heading through the rest of my boring classes. I quickly go home. I hope we will be notified if the school closes tomorrow because of the storm. As I walk, the sky steadily grows darker. There's no doubt that it's about to start pouring soon. I wanted to go to the forest today, but it seems like I have to give Zai-kun's Howdy back some other time. As soon as I reach my house, I feel the first raindrops fall on my head. I reach the doorknob, but something feels out of place. Goosebumps rise along the back of my neck, and I glance over my shoulder to double-check my surroundings. Yes! Yay! It's the boy! I'm so happy to have you back! It's Jane! There's a single person standing in the distance. His scarf flutters out from behind him, like a scythe in the strong breeze. God, he's so cool. Everything about him gives me the chills. I also just got the chills. Oh God, he's so cool. He's looking in my direction. I immediately avert my gaze and enter the safety of my house. He's gonna get wet. No. That was creepy. Why is that guy standing there in the rain? Slowly but cautiously, I peek through the curtains to check out the suspicious person, but he's gone. I prepare a hot cup of tea and settle my nerves, and try to relax in the living room. The rain outside is oddly soothing as it sputters with increasing insistence against the roof and windows. The sound of my doorbell startles me. I'm not expecting visitors. Can't be that creep. Make sure it's safe. I look through the people at the door. Right for the forest guy. Oh no! His icon glares right through me as I open the door. His expression as dark as the black clouds. He's dressed from head to toe, wearing only a tank top and traditional pants. I guess he went through the heavy rain to get to my place. Icon, wasn't it? What brings you here? Give me back my Howdy. Right, what other reason would he have? Just for him to come inside so that he doesn't have to stand in the rain. Wait here, I left it in my room. I'll leave Zai-kun by the front door and return a moment later with the Howdy I grabbed from my room. Here it is, thanks for letting me borrow it. Before you go though, how did you know where I live? I know this area. Talkative as always. In the OG, I say to report odd people like Zai-kun. No, I can't report him yet. Can't let him leave now either. It's my chance to get something more substantial out of him. Need a reason to make him stay. Wait, don't you think... Oh, I don't think it's a good idea to go back in that heavy rain. You can wait here until it calms down. Awkward silence falls between us as Zai-kun merely stares at me. I owe you for saving me. Zai-kun snorts but steps past me into the living room. Hiding a smile, I close the door to the storm outside. He's not self-conscious in the least as he wrings out his hair, running his fingers through the long strands. He stared at his defined back. My thoughts were lost for a moment. At first sight, I would think he is only muscular, but the scars are more noticeable. Oh, but his scars are more noticeable. I wonder what could have carved those into his arms. All these peculiar men showing up around my house. I better be more careful. I can't take on someone like him by myself. Again, he did save me from drowning. He can't really be the one responsible for the disappearing tourists, can he? Disappearing my thoughts, Raccoon glances back at me. His gaze bores into mine. It becomes awkward after a while. I should get a towel for him. After Raccoon fixes his hair and puts on his howdy, he sits down on the carpet with crossed arms, facing away from me. I wonder if he has not forgiven me for disturbing his peace the previous times I met him. Are you hungry? No. You're cold. I grab some blankets for you. No. Are you bored? I have some fun magazines. Leave me alone. You're no fun. I'm not here to have fun. I need to return to the forest as soon as possible. So you're saying that staying in the forest and hiding in a cave is better than having a roof over your head? Yes, because there aren't annoying people like you around. My eye twitches at his answer. Keep it cool. To play along if you want to dig deeper into his background. You know, it's prohibited to live in the forest. If they catch you, you might get arrested. Raccoon shrugs off my warning and stays quiet. Since you're familiar with the forest, is there any chance you saw the tourists? They've been missing for a while. If you have any information, that'll help. Their families would be grateful. Rumors say a demon took them, but that's what's silly to me. Why do you keep asking about those tourists? Stop digging into the matter. He brushes my question off. Talking to this guy is like cracking nuts with bare hands. His suspicious attitude and vague answers make me certain that he knows something, at the very least. If a direct approach does not work, I should try something different. Take a seat on the couch to keep my eyes on Raccoon. Say all you want. You won't get any answers from me. I wasn't expecting to. You don't have to keep me company. You can go. I don't want to. Raccoon glances over his shoulder for a second. Just when I think he's about to say something, he looks away again. I want to know more about him, but asking might make him upset. I stare at Raccoon's clothes. I want to find a clue about his identity. Perhaps he practices rituals. Did I offend him by assuming he lives in the forest? Maybe I judged it too soon. Hey. And I jump when he starts speaking. Raccoon turns to me and looks into my eyes. Why are you so bothered by that demon rumor? I don't believe the rumors, but I'm curious about what caused them. The real murderers might be using it as a cover. I wanted to do more research about the demon, in case they are. Also understand their intentions as well. I have a bad feeling about the disappearances. If I don't do something, I might end up like them. I don't want to be a sitting duck. What if the rumors turn out to be true? Will you regret finding the truth? Even if there really is a demon and it turns out to be harmful, I'll do my best to stop it. Stop it? What can someone like you do? I don't think you'll be surprised by anything you find. There are negative rumors about the demon for a reason. Save yourself the hassle. You won't gain anything from knowing this. Go to discover the truth one way or another. Even if you know the truth, that won't change a thing. You'll just annoy the demon when you find it. I don't understand. The truth should give the investigators a better direction, shouldn't it? I'm not waiting until I'm next. I'll find out what's causing the disappearances, and then find a way to stop them. I don't get why that upsets you. But what I do isn't up to you. Give up on... I could mumble something, but I can't hear the last few words. He lets out a soft sigh and stands up, walking to the front door. I won't keep you up anymore. Go to sleep. Without looking back to me, he steps outside and closes the door with a loud slam. What the... He left. I toward the window to watch him go. Can't see anything. Only a flash of lightning illuminates the street. Yay! Oh, please, an all-chain route, I beg of thee. I need more of him. In a split second, I spot an eerily familiar person standing under a streetlight. It's a creepy guy from before. He's looking in my direction. The world outside goes bright again, soon followed by the crash of thunder. I quickly close the curtains and clench my trembling hands. Before heading to bed, I make sure everything is locked tightly. No corner of the house goes unchecked. Maybe I'm overly cautious, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I feel anxious after what I saw on the streets. Despite those feelings, the sun rays soothes me. Next day. The storm has filled the streets with puddles. It's still raining a bit, but the weather is nothing to be concerned about. Before I even start breakfast, I get a message from Ikuya saying that school is closed today. I wonder what I should do since I have no class. The library. I have tests coming up, and it would be wise to spend more time studying. Mr. Fletcher recommended some books I could find in the library to catch up. So grab a large umbrella and head there. On the way there, I noticed new advertisements. Looking for high priests to exorcise demons. Since ancient times, there has been a demon roaming the forest. I only read the first few sentences and skip the rest. It talks about the history of the village and other boring facts. Although the history is nothing new, I do get more interested about the priests. Perhaps there are more types of temples in the village. I should do more research about them. Can't believe they're serious thinking of exorcising a demon. Maybe I should warn Zaikun that people are coming to drive him away. Ha ha! Laughing at my own thoughts, I continue walking to the library. The size of the library is so thick I can almost taste it. Dusty musk, of so many old books float in the air, almost entirely undisturbed in the morning light. I go to the history section and gather the books I need. This semester, our history class focuses on local legend. There are even some myths about our school, so this might be interesting to study for once. I skim through one textbook and read the chapter titles. Head Guardian, School Ghost, Kenriji Mansion, and the Forest Demon. So far, I've only heard stories about the demon from my classmates. The demon goes by many names. Shukai, Hachiman, Yodoriki, and Okigahara. As there are no general consensus on the matter, it is often simply referred to as the demon. The demon inhabited the forest long before Nichisu was built. Because the villagers disturbed the demon's domain, it spread a curse over the village. Fortunately, the villagers managed to calm it down by sending offerings of not only food, but clothing and other trinkets. Trinkets? What kind of curse would a demon cast anyway? Suddenly it occurs to me that Zaikun might keep the custom of offerings the book mentioned. There's a temple in the forest, so I doubt he has such an excuse. Hey, I see you're studying hard. Ryoji, surprising to see you this early. School's closed today, so my club activities are cancelled too. Finally have some time to study. You don't need to study, your grades are already pretty good. You're just saying that because you want to surprise me. If you slept through class less, you might actually have a chance. I can surpass you easily. Ha ha ha. Want to bet on who scores the highest in the next exam? I'm after decline. You know, history is my weakest subject. Admitting defeat so soon. I accept your challenge then. What are the stakes? Rub my chin and try to think of something funny. The losers are dressed up in a maid costume for one day. How does that sound? This wasn't a lifetime chance. I'm looking forward to seeing you embarrass yourself. Prepare to defeat, my maid. I won't lose this one. The next day, I got no studying done. I have to study harder to win the bet against Ryoji. While walking through the hallways, I catch a glimpse of a familiar face. Remember in the beginning when he showed up and scared the crap out of me? Times they are changing. A green-haired guy walks by. His face is covered in a black gas mask. What is a person like that doing at my school? Even the students around me look at him with confused expressions. Is he actually a student or an uninvited guest? Wow, is that an elite class member? So rare to see him at school. He just glared at me. His eyes are so icy it creeps me out. He noticed the cross emblem on his tie. His uniform is different from any other class, so he must be an elite. I heard they act however they want because they have their own special rules. Yeah, they don't get penalized for skipping class. Aside from Iku, his brother, this guy is the first elite student I've ever seen at school. He does not give me the impression that they're all as attractive and intelligent as the rumors say. Hey, you're spacing out. Holy Oji, do you know that gas mask guy? That green-haired dude? If I remember correctly, his name is Chain. I think he works with the same department as my dad. He rarely attends class and focuses more on work. Guess that's why you've never seen him before. Pfft. It's still unfair that these elite students get away with that. Sadly, we can't change the rules. I still find that Chain guy strange. Say, have you seen any suspicious people lately? Well, this Chain guy's been walking around my neighborhood quite often lately. I think he's observing me. To be honest, kinda creepy. He's like a stalker. I see. Don't worry about it though, he isn't a bad guy. Chain isn't my only problem. I've also seen a strange person who wears traditional clothes and lives in the forest. Maybe he's one of the priests. You know, there's a group of them who sometimes practice their rituals in the forest. Right. Are you still thinking about the demon rumor? Now I'm skeptical about it. Rumors stay rumors. I need cold hard proof to know if anything is real or not. It's just like you. Let me know if you find something. Any clues will help a lot with the investigation. I'll do my best. After class, I go to the lockers and notice Chain is standing near mine. He's even waiting for me. Students passing by give him a wide berth, not even daring to look in his direction. He has an odd aura about him. I wouldn't stay around that guy for long either. Regardless of what Ryoji says, I can't trust the guy. What is he up to, just standing around in weird places like this? I pretend not to notice him as I pack my stuff in my locker and head straight home. Another empty street. Footsteps following behind me. If this is another stalker about to confess, I'm going to report him. I casually turn my head to catch a glimpse of the person following me. It's Chain! When he comes even closer, I notice something sticking out of his belt. I can't see it clearly, but it looks like the hilt of a knife or something similar. I do not remember seeing him with anything like that at school. He played to ambush me the whole time. No, don't jump to conclusions. Chain's icy blue eyes are locked on me as he approaches. I can't handle another second of this. I don't know what he wants with me, and I'm not going to wait to find out. The moment I turn the corner and break his line of sight, I start running. In a few blocks, I stop behind a thick trunk of a tree to catch my breath. When I peek around it, he is not in sight anymore. I hope I never see him again. I turn back and suddenly someone is standing in front of me. Oh god! He ran from me. Ew, why are you following me? I'm an investigator. I've been assigned as your private guard. Hell yeah! Wait, what? I thought you were planning to kill me. That weapon on your belt. Chain raises an eyebrow and looks down at where I pointed. This is my gun. I'd rather point at civilians. Thank goodness, that doesn't make it right. You're out of school! I wonder if this is the oops all chain route. I saw you a few days ago. Have you been watching me this whole time? Yeah. Couldn't you have told me? You've creeped me out. Back to being creepy. Still, I'm relieved to know that we're the same side. Guess Yoji was right. Thanks for keeping an eye on me, bud. Don't get too close. Keep some distance, okay? I don't have good experiences with people walking behind me. As we walk further, he does as I ask. Even though I understand his motives now, it still feels weird. What would people even think if they saw us like this? Never mind, we should walk together. both students after all. I just started Shane to come closer, but he does not budge. You don't have to act like strangers anymore. When it was games and I was second year, I already know everything about you. Like what? I'm Shane, elite class student. He dodged my question. There are many things I want to ask him, but he does not look like a talkative one. If so, I better give it a try instead of walking in silence. I ask. We already know why he wears it. We know why. Why are you wearing a gas mask all the time? If it's a personal reason, you'll have to answer. Still, death is everywhere. I'm sick of it. His words give me goosebumps. I don't bother to ask about it any further. My impression of him is only bound to get worse. A bit later, we reach my place. Just helps me to stay home as much as possible. This way, it'll be easier for him to keep an eye on me. He also tells me that he is guarding other people at the same time. As I'm the only student under his wing, he has no choice but to follow me to school every weekday. Feels like I'm a sheep to a shepherd. Honestly, I want to take part in the investigation too, but it does not look like Shane will give me a chance. Before going to bed, I take a look outside my window. Shane has not moved from his spot the whole evening. It looks like he'll be staying until the next morning. Poor guy, his job must be tough. Does he not sleep at all? For the next few days, Shane follows me whenever I go out. It's annoying, but I soon get used to it. Hey, I have something important to ask. Ikea pulls me closer, glancing around in case someone might hear us. What's so urgent? You know I've got a new stalker. Who? A scary person over there. She looks over at Shane, who's standing further away from us. For some reason, he's been appearing at school lately. He's been standing outside our class. Good feeling tells me he's stalking you. Let me make it clear to him that you're not interested. No, he's not. Or I can explain, Ukiya is already stepping toward Shane. It's a misunderstanding. I have a bad feeling about this. She clutches her fist as she walks. I should have confidence until... She freezes and looks back at me like a frightened puppy. Immediately, she runs back without finishing her objective. He's scary. How do you attract so many weird guys? Ask them, not me. Ukiya pouts at the ground and begins toying with her hair self-consciously. Can't help but pet her head. Oh, Ukiya, it's okay. That guy's our private guard. His name is Shane. He's both an elite class student and an investigator. Seriously dangerous, so he's been assigned to guard the people. He may not look like it, but he's a good guy. Really? Ryoichi would know more about it. Either way, don't worry. If Ryoichi is okay with the creepy guy, I don't trust him. That's about to start. The teacher will send out something first. This session is unusually tense. Dear students, I don't know how much you've kept up with the news, but I'd like to stress something important. The streets are dangerous at night, so be sure to stay at home for your own safety. What's going on? There's a serial killer in our village. 5 deaths have been reported. Many people are still missing. No way. Who in this village would do such a thing? Maybe it's one of the outsiders. Be prepared. Tonight, they will get into your room and... Eek! Everyone, please stay calm. Nothing has been confirmed about the identity of the killer, so don't jump to any unnecessary conclusions. The class becomes restless after the announcement. Everyone exchanges their thoughts. Say, Ryoichi, do you know what's truly going on? I knew you'd ask me first. The police have found new clues, but so far, they lead nowhere. It's one of the toughest investigations we've ever dealt with. Only the perpetrator and the victims know the truth. The rest of us can only guess what's on their minds. Hakuo has never dealt with a perpetrator like this. It might take a while to solve this case. Is there any solid evidence? My dad suspects that it might be multiple people pulling the strings. We should be more careful. Shane told me that private guards are being assigned to people in the village. Can't they have sent a notice first? I thought someone was stalking me. The killer must be extremely dangerous for them to make such a move, right? Yes, multiple disappearances in a week. We don't know how to make them stop. These classes carry on. My classmates continued to class among themselves. There's a few conversations about people who heard strange noises in the neighborhood. Some even point out possible suspects without good reasons. After class, I meet up with Shane outside the school so we could walk home together. Shane, did anything happen last night? No. I wonder if he is tired for staying up all night. I can't tell while he's wearing that mask. Oh no, I forgot my homework in my locker. You mind if I go back for a moment? Go ahead. I'll be back soon. It's oddly quiet on my way back through the hall. After taking my stuff, I head back. No! It's Corrado! Oh, he's just a baby. An odd creature dashes by, almost cat-like, but not quite. What was that? I peered around the corner to see where it went, find the creature watching me from some distance down another hall. Its big ears are shaped like a bunny's, but its long legs are like a cat's. How did I get into the building? The creature slowly approaches me, then suddenly jumps away. Hey, wait, don't go yet. Shane's waiting for me. After all, it is the oddest creature I've ever seen, and I don't want to end up lost and make my new private guard worry. Turn around and go back to Shane. After Shane leaves, I see the same creature near my house. Oh! Nope, I'm not gonna play with you. Even though I try to ignore him, he keeps hopping after me. Does it think I have food? And then he clings onto my leg. I don't have any food. Or at a dumpster or something. Oh, you are incredibly fluffy. I cannot resist petting it. Creature stares at me with innocent eyes, switching his nose. His two tails wag around playfully. He reminds me of a rabbit I used to have. If he didn't have two tails. Such a rare mutation. Sorry, but I can't take you home. Stop coming after me, okay? To my surprise, it obediently hops away. Bye, Bunny. Take care. Bye, Corrado. Between dinner and the new information on local crime, I find it hard to concentrate on my homework. When I start to think about history, my mind goes straight to the forest demon before derailing completely. News shifted from missing tourists to disappearances of the villagers. Most of these articles focus on investigations. There's a decreasing number of exorcists. I do not understand why the demon has anything to do with this. My work still needs to get done, so I do my best to finish it before heading to bed. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon! Before I know it, I fall asleep. I feel the wind blowing through my hair. It's brutally cold, all over my body. I want to turn my body, but a firm hand stops me with a squeeze. Something is wrong. Remember that I closed the window. It should not be possible to feel the wind in my room. Damn, I thought you were asleep. Before it startles me as my eyes open. The numbness of sleep slowly dissipates. I realize that I'm being held aloft in someone's arms. I try to face out of my face, but the wind whips my hair back. What's going on? Let me go. Squirm unless you want me to drop you. Over the warning, I squirm around. The man's grip on me is like steel. I cannot wiggle myself free. My eyes are still blurry. I can see the night sky above me is filled with bright stars. Down below us, tiny lights are scattered across the darkness. Suddenly, I realize that there are houses and street lamps. I am flying. What the fuck? Why? Wait, what? I look for the person who's holding me, but it's too dark to see. You're the kidnapper. I am being kidnapped. Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh, god damn. Take me back home, or things won't end well for you. Can you shout any louder? I should have taped that annoying human mouth shut. He is screaming at him. Go to pay. Not thinking, I raise my fist to give him the best hit, when it's something like a scream from a firework sounds from below. The carrying me loses balance, and a blinding ball of light rushes over our heads. Nearly sent at his stomach, turning spin, but he regains the momentum. But another flash of light barely misses us, and another and another. Damn you, forced ogre! I try to dodge a few more attacks, but it's not long before one of them grazes the man's arm. There's the pain, shouldering it as his grip on me gives away completely. Hair skips to be as I glance at the ground below. Wait, if he drops me. I desperately cling on him. My hands slide down what feels like a shirt, but with nothing but air against my fingers. What the fuck? As I see my kidnapper is a massive silhouette of his wings against the sky. My stomach seems to turn upside down as I fall, rapidly approaching the lake below. I hit the water with a painful splash, and a moment later, and I feel like a rock. Speaking of luck, it travels through my entire body, but I push myself to swim to the surface and pull out of the water. Like it's deep enough to soften my fall, show my body's bruised all over. What the fuck? I jump onto the grass and gasp for breath. My clothes stick to my skin, but it's not cold. Adrenaline pumps through my veins, making my arms and legs tingle. I try to put together what just happened. That could have been my end. I can't believe I got out alive. She just dropped me midair. Who's the guy who carried me? Did he have wings? Close my eyes and exhaustion starts to settle in. Rest feels very nice. No, I can't stay here. I need to move. Kidnapper might come back for me. Before I even catch my breath, I'm suddenly lifted by two strong arms thrown over a broad shoulder. The second I see a long crimson braid, I recognize who it is. It's the boy! Zykoon! Can't sleep here. We need to go now. What? Whoa. Holding me tightly as Zykoon dashes through the dark forest. Even with my weight on his shoulder, he moves incredibly fast, like a blade cutting through the water. I barely see where we're going. There's no time to complain. I know exactly where we're headed, but I doubt he could hear me like the one rushing past us. I cannot see anything in the darkness, but I'm not surprised if we end up on the other side of the forest with this speed. After a while, Zykoon stops and roughly puts me down. Stumbling to my feet, I try to find my balance. Flipping light-headed, I can make out that we're in a cave. Where are we running from? You. We're being chased by Shinigami. It takes a few seconds for me to process his words. Shinigami are also known as death gods in myths. Their existence is like a bedtime story. Which Zykoon is not the sort of person to joke about such things. The one who kidnapped me was the Shinigami. So slow. At any rate, we'll be safe here for now. Why would the Shinigami kidnap me? If my time was up, he could have simply brought a message. You saved me. Just passing by. You're lucky I found you. I'll come after you again. Good luck. Because I don't know if I'll be there to save you next time. Sudden coldness makes me freeze. The second time Zykoon saved me from the brink of death. Twice is too often to be coincidental. I look outside of the cave. There's no chance I can find my way home in that darkness. I don't even know where Zykoon has taken us. Hey, you should leave me out of the forest. I don't know my way home. I should stay here for the night. But if you'd rather jump into the Shinigami's arms, be my guest. Zykoon leave me no choice. I guess I'll spend the night in the cave. Sit down leaning against the rocky wall. Several uneven rocks poke into my back, and the floor is cold. Suddenly, warmth covers my body as Zykoon lends me his howdy. Again? Aren't you cold? My body isn't tiny and fragile like yours. I won't freeze. To my surprise, he sits beside me, pulling me close so that I'm leaning on his shoulder. I thought you would leave me here alone. Zykoon only answers me with silence. His words contradict his actions. I can't tell what he thinks of me. I'm glad he doesn't mock me this time. It wasn't my fault for ending up in the forest again. I'm able to sleep in such a place, though. His body is warm. This might not be so bad. Thank you for saving me. I'm lucky that you always happen to be there when I'm in a pinch. It might be a strange guess, but you're the one who shot the flashes of light. We're right above the forest, and there wasn't anyone else around. It must be the forest keeper. It should have been obvious, but I was looking too much into other rumors. I'm not going to bother you anymore. You're forgiven. Yay! I did not expect those words from him. I cannot help but smile. Before I knew it, I fell asleep peacefully. An alarm clock in the goes off right beside me. Oh yeah, he knows my house. Startled by the sound, I almost jumped out of my bed. Oh, I'm in my room. Alright, it's Thursday. I have to hurry to school. Immediately, I sit up and get out of bed. My body hurts so much. Where did I get these bruises from? Whatever, I have to hurry. I prepare myself for school and run off with a piece of toast in my mouth. I only breathe easy after I reach the classroom on time. My record will stay clean. I've never been late to class. I think I forgot something. My memories of yesterday are fuzzy at first, and they slowly come into focus the more I concentrate. I realized that it was not a dream. The bruises and scratches on my body confirm that I fell from the sky into the lake and slipped in a cave. Did Zyklon carry me home? I don't remember anything after I fell asleep. Why was I in a lake again? Right, I was kidnapped. Chain didn't prevent anything from happening. What was he doing last night? Speaking of Chain, I haven't seen him all morning. Hey, are you okay? Fine, what's with the weird expression? I heard one of our patrols went missing in your area last night. I was worried something might have happened to you, too. Well, You're alright. Lucy told me the news and I was so worried. You arrived later than usual, I thought. No worries, I'm totally alive and kicking, see? Ow, my arm. Your arm? I just walked into something and bruised it. Your poor little girl. That was a bad excuse. I'm surprised my friends actually believe me. Ikuya hugs me while Ryoji pats my back. I appreciate the concern for me. Sometimes they could overdo it. I want to tell them about my failed kidnapping, but they're already fussing so much. So I was being carried by a winged guy sounds crazy. I guess I'm not sure if they'll believe it. Really, you saw that yesterday. There was a giant crow flying really low. That crow. You must have been drunk, girl. More importantly, why are you out that late? I just came back from a party. You had to have fun once in a while. There's a conversation of two classmates of mine. The details are vague. I have feelings about the Shinigami who kidnapped me last night. Although, was it really Shinigami? I don't remember his face. I remember the giant wings on his back. Creatures like Tengu have wings too. He could have been one of those. Or he could have been the one behind those kidnappings. I missed my chance to identify him. Where's your scary guardian? Hey, Shane. I think mentioned it. I haven't seen him today. Say Ryoji. Was Shane the investigator who went missing? I haven't been told who. I'm sure it was someone investigating your area. Shane told me he kept an eye on multiple residents. He might have been the only one guarding my neighborhood. I cannot imagine something happening to him. After class I wait for Shane, but he does not show up. I decided I'll come alone. It's not like I miss Shane. It makes no difference whether he's here or not. He's always been quiet. Wherever he is though, I hope he's alright. I get home late in the afternoon. I thought to go back to the Shinigami from last night. Since he failed to take me once, he might try again. I know that the villagers are taken at random. I cannot believe my turn is so soon. I have to be more careful. I don't have Chain to rely on now. Death Guard or not, I won't let myself get kidnapped if he shows up again. I'm going to be prepared to surprise my own. Try to gather any information about tools to fend off demons and Shinigami. Although I previously disregarded their existence, I have no choice but to believe in them after witnessing it one firsthand. The book I borrowed about the demon has a legend about warding off evil spirits. Apparently, natural. I kept reading neutral. Neutral water. Natural water can be concentrated by saying an old prayer. I make the most I can out of the tap water and recite the prayer over it. I do not know if it's effective, but it's worth a try. Shinigami won't let you take me again. I lie on my bed, pretending to be asleep. Nothing happens for the next few hours. She fell asleep quickly, but the thought of being kidnapped is all I need to stay awake. Like who said the Shinigami would come again. Maybe he was wrong. Just go to sleep. At the moment, I'll get his pulled aside softly. So I feel a hand touching my arm. I sit up and brandish my makeshift talisman of protection. A blonde guy stands in my bed. His eyes gleaming back at me with the dark mischief like a cat with his prey already in his claws. When he come in, I didn't hear him at all. His physique matches the one I remember as the shadow I saw. Looks handsome for a serial killer. Ah, what is the trouble of preparing for me? I'm flattered. Who are you? Why are you here? It's Keiichi! I keep forgetting his name! I'm a demon, but you can just call me Keiichi. You're Shinigami, right? I don't think my time has come just yet. You're a special one. You have sweet lines that won't work on me. I should be honored that I came to take your soul personally. Not everyone gets this chance. I had to do my business with you somewhere else last night because someone was watching. But today we are alone. Lucky you, right? So you're the one responsible for all those missing people. All those missing people? I only took one a few days ago. Keiichi shrugs across his arms. I'm only one Shinigami in this village. No one else should be intervening with my job. If what Keiichi says is true, then it could only mean that there is more than one culprit. This complicates the murders and disappearances. I'm not familiar with your job, but don't touch the villagers. They're innocent, so don't randomly take them to hell. Keiichi chuckles at my request and steps closer. Adorable, I'm almost tempted to listen. He lowers his voice into a honeyed murmur, as if his eyes... even as his eyes start to glow red. When he tries to make a move, I swing my arm and hit him. He catches me by the wrist, keeping me in place as he leans toward me. With him so close, I realize just how tall he is. If you behave, I'll try to be gentle. Oh my! Doesn't change the fact that you're going to do something against my will. I really like to kick him, but he deflects the attack with a swat of his free hand. No matter how hard I try to tuck myself away, his grip does not budge. This is for your own good. What have I done wrong? I'm not doing wrong. Death comes for everyone. Just believe me when I say this is better than the many alternatives in store for you. I value my life. Give up on convincing me. His hand tightens painfully on my wrist as he leans close enough for me to feel his breath. Swiftly, I take the small bottle out of my pocket and uncork it with my teeth. I splatter him with the holy water within, so the better part of his face. What is this? Now I'm wet! You sure have guts. You're gonna pay for this. At that moment, the door to my room bangs open as someone rushes inside. Yay! I can't even turn my head before a gunshot shatters the air. Keiichi immediately lets go of me and steps aside, a dark hole in his arm. Oddly, he is not bleeding. He stands between us before either of us can react. Shane, wait, is he? Questions later. Now the bodyguard is back. Keiichi's shoulders shake with silent laughter. I'll come back some other time. I don't feel like dealing with you now. Shane launches another shot, but within a second, Keiichi vanishes in black smoke, leaving no trace behind. Coward, running away without a fight. He lets out a disappointed sigh, holding his gun under his jacket. What's wrong with you? You fired at him when I was laying an inch away. Could have easily been hurt or worse. I should have been grateful. How did you manage to get in? Window trick. Do you want to know what happened here? No need. It's typical of his cold self. He doesn't pay any further attention to me as he turns around to leave. Where were you today? I didn't see you on patrol. When I heard an investigator had gone missing, I got worried about you. He stops at the door and looks over his shoulder. It's my partner. He went missing a few days ago. No one else noticed. When I found him unconscious, I knew someone had knocked him out for a reason. Looks like the reason was you. Someone else will be appointed in this area. I have business elsewhere. Out of the brief explanation, he turns his back to me and leaves. No, Shane. I got too close for comfort. With Shane's devil-may-care attitude and his partner getting knocked out by Keiichi, I realized I need to try harder to protect myself. A week has passed by. Like Chen has said, a new investigator was assigned to guard my neighborhood. He does not do much other than pretend to be a random passerby. Chen was not particularly good at hiding his presence, but his replacement is even worse than him at it. Nothing has happened in my neighborhood in the past week, but people are still going missing in other parts of the village. Fortunately, Keiichi has not bothered me since that night. Despite that, I find it hard to fall asleep at night. What Chen is up to? There are many things I want to ask him. For one, how did he see through Keiichi in one glance? I mean, I myself wasn't able to tell he was a Shinigami right away. Have they met before? Well, deep thought I accidentally bumped into someone. The young boy looks up at me with an annoyed expression. Sorry, I didn't see you. Wait, you look familiar. The boy looks surprised for a second, then averts his gaze. Quickly, the boy moves on without looking back. I cannot let this go. My gut feeling tells me to follow him. Hey, what is an elementary school kid doing here? You should still say that to an elite class student. Look at his uniform. An elite class student. They all wear different uniforms. I didn't recognize him at first. I remember to match his appearance, but he looks super cute. Get back to his classroom. I can't enter the room without an excuse. Might catch him later, though. I'm going to lunch break over here an interesting conversation. I hear the advertisement about expelling demons. I hear the pay is great, and I'm going to apply for that. Do you have any experience? My family owns a shrine, and I'm familiar with rituals and spells. It should be a piece of cake for me. Watch me save the village. Hehe. What if the demon isn't behind the missing people? Chewing on a piece of bread, I glance at the two nearby students. The police haven't found any clues in weeks. It has to be a work of a demon. Nobody's ever seen it. What would make you so special? I saw something strange moving through the forest yesterday. It had huge horns and made loud noises. I'm sure it wasn't a deer or something. Make me sound like a fool. Aha, that's enough proof. I can't help it. Last weeks are too focused on rumors. My theory is that someone is using the rumors as a cover. Hi. There you are, Ikuya. Where's Ryoshi? Ryoshi's busy with his president duties. I don't think he will join us for lunch. I see, that's fun. Okay, I glanced at the two classmates who are discussing the rumors. He'll talk about the forest demon. I know, right? They shifted all the blame on it. What if it decided to leave the forest and become a village demon? It could have evolved and hidden itself among us in disguise. You should join Ryoji's group as a detective. We'll have every possibility fleshed out. I don't think he wants me to help. After all, I only asked you to keep an eye on suspicious people. Are you jealous? Of course not. Right, it's better for you to stay safe. If you ever find someone suspicious, inform Ryoji or me. No vague stories about demons or other folktales. Okay. After school, I head straight home. I would bump into a familiar face, someone I've not seen in a week. Yay! Hi, Chain. How are the investigations going? I'm not taking applications for a new partner. I was just curious. I want to thank you again for the day you saved me from the Shinigami. Just doing my job. Seems like you're familiar with those kinds of creatures. Are there more of them in the village? I think that I found the right person for information. Chain does not look like he solves ordinary cases. I can even ask. Chain answers my unspoken question. There's a demon hidden in the forest, and I have not yet located them. And those missing tourists really were taken by the demon. I don't think that case is worth looking into anymore. What do you mean? A civilian like you will find nothing. Anyway, aside from the demon, there are more otherworldly beings hiding among the villagers. My advice, don't interact with them. Even if they appear friendly, you will soon find yourself trapped in their plot. I can't even tell apart those who are different from humans. Trust your gut feeling. I'm responsible for what's happening in the village recently. Some are, others aren't. I don't recommend trusting a single one of them. Good night, Chain. I almost asked why he hates him so much, but he probably does not want to talk about his personal life. I thank him for his advice before we part ways. Both Chain and Zaikun have confirmed that there are really a forest demon. I was hoping to find Zagrun again so we could talk. Though I don't know where to start looking. They've from like twice. But I don't want to jump in just for the sake of summoning him. If he's always in the forest, he might have something to stay. I have to figure out why the Lycoon is really walking around the forest. Even if he is a priest, I would love to live there. I followed the path we took during our field trip. Our environment looks peaceful as usual. Sound of chirping birds surrounds me, and I even catch sight of a fawn. I don't see anything unusual. Hehehe. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.